Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Berlin, Germany for Bash in Berlin. And for some reason, Gunther is here tonight. I mean, it is his home country, but we have nothing for Gunther on the card here. So this is a little bit of a surprise to have Gunther to kick us off here in this great premium live event known as Bash in Berlin, the first ever Bash in Berlin premium live event in the history of WWE. We have plenty of big matches, but the big question is for the ring general, what is he out here to really say? I mean, he's not on the card tonight, very unfortunate, and last time we saw him in action, ladies and gentlemen, it was in tag team action with himself and Ludwig Kaiser in tag team action, losing in a tag team matchup. So for Gunther, obviously he wanted to be on the card, I would very well assume, especially in his home country, wasn't on the card, and maybe, just maybe, that's what he's doing out here. He's in wrestling attire, but I don't know what all this means, but I'm assuming we're about to find out. Oh, wait just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. William Regal coming out here now. Was not expecting this. William Regal, the Raw General Manager, coming right out after Gunther here. Not going to allow Gunther to even grab the microphone here. And William Regal probably definitely knows why Gunther's out here and what his purpose is. More than likely, obviously, him not having a match on here, but there might be some other gripes, you just never know. But it is great to see William Regal out here live here in Bash in Berlin. Especially when a lot of times you don't get to see the Raw General Manager because The Rock, the final boss, likes to make his own decisions and trumps any decision that William Regal makes. But let's go and say what both men have to say. Regal, this is supposed to be a historic night, a celebration of Europe, a celebration of wrestling, and yet I stand here, no match, no opponent, no purpose. Let me remind all of you, I'm not just some former champion. I redefined what it means to be World Heavyweight Champion and United States Champion. I brought prestige to those titles. While others played sports entertainers, I waged war in this very ring, night after night. And now, in my home continent, the place where I built my legacy, I am left off the card? You bring legends back, you put fireworks in your spectacle, but the one man who earned his place through violence and excellence, you leave me watching from backstage? This is not acceptable. I am a professional wrestler, and if any man back there has the courage, if any coward thinks he can silence me, then walk down that aisle right now and face the storm you have been avoiding. Mr. Gunther, allow me to first say you are one of the greatest competitors to ever step foot in that ring. I know it. The fans know it. The entire world knows it. But tonight's card was finalized weeks ago, and unfortunately, when the time came to finalizing the status, your response was silence. No demands, no requests, no open challenge. You were quiet, and I don't book ghosts, Mr. Gunther. I know you believe respect should be handed to you, but sometimes you must be reminded, remind the world, even those in power, that you're still the storm waiting behind the calm. You didn't do that. So you're telling me I was too professional, too focused, too composed? I didn't scream loud enough, so you gave my spot to a clown in face paint or an aging legend who can barely walk? I don't think so. I'm better than half, if not 100% better than this whole entire roster. You think I don't know what you're capable of? I watched you tear through this industry like a hurricane. But this just isn't about the ability, this is about fire. And if you're truly still the general, then start acting like one. Start demanding war, Gunther. Then let this be my declaration. The next time WWE sets foot in Europe, I will not be denied. You won't have to find me. I will bring the fight to your doorstep. Mr. Gunther, you're not wrong about one thing, and that is about having a match on this card. You've elevated the sport in ways few ever have. So I made the call. I called a man who's been watching, waiting, recovering, a man who has been forgotten until tonight. Tonight, Gunther, you face a man that's been wanting to join WWE for years but has been not used to his abilities, but he is back. Tonight, Gunther, you face off with this man, the Redeemer, Rusev. And big words, ladies and gentlemen, from William Regal. Rusev, the Redeemer, he is back in WWE. It is officially Rusev Day. Rusev is back here on the main roster. It's been a while since we've seen Rusev here in WWE, but he is back. The Redeemer, Rusev, he is back. He's in singles action against Gunther. This is going to be a hard-fought match, back and forth. Two brutes literally going at it to kick us off. This wasn't even our scheduled matchup, but hey, William Regal was ready to change things on the spot, and we're about to have it. Rusev versus Gunther. The match has officially started. Here we go. And Rusev coming right out of the gate with big clubbing blows. Ooh, big axe handles to the middle of that back. And now Rusev going to go for the pinfall. Big opportunity for the big man. But no. Just a 1 count. And Gunther not going to go down. Obviously, this early in this matchup. Rusev wanting to crush Gunther in his home continent. Maybe Gunther's bargained more than what he actually wished for. As now Rusev just trying to rip that arm out of socket. And for Rusev, it is great to see him back. A welcomed addition here to Monday Night Raw. As now look at the strength, the power. Look at Rusev. He has not lost a step. He has brought the fight. The former World Heavyweight Champion, the former United States Champion. He has been taken to the woodshed right now. Rusev again wanting to crush Gunther. And he might very well be, because Gunther cannot get anything going at this opportune time here. And now, oh goodness, what a spine buster there from Rusev. This has been a one-sided battle from the get-go. Gunther can just not figure out Rusev. Rusev, a whole different type of superstar to be ready for, but obviously Gunther wasn't, expecting to have a man like Rusev back in the ball game. Submission hold here, middle of the ring, referee right there, but Rusev lets it go. And like we said, this has been a one-sided ball game from the get-go. Gunther has not been able to figure him out whatsoever. It's a big knee strike reversal. And maybe this is the moment that Gunther needs here. Maybe it took some time. Or maybe he's letting the fans kind of get behind Rusev just so they can tear down everyone's dreams. Just look at this. Look at this boot on top of that. On the top of that top rope, right to the face there of Rusev, and now Gunther declaring war on the roster here. He's gonna stop, essentially, being a fair ring general, from it sounds like, to be more aggressive. And we already know Gunther can be aggressive, ladies and gentlemen, but there is times where, he's not seeking, he's not yelling. He's not one of those type of guys to necessarily do that all the time here in Universe Mode, but certainly sounds like he may start doing that to make sure his opportunities and his voices are heard. And Gunther now tossing Rusev back inside the ring, and now both men avoiding a countout victory. Gunther now going to go for the pinfall. Will this be enough to put away Rusev, and not even a 1 count? Obviously, Gunther is, oh goodness, is going to want to start using that physicality, and oh goodness, what a slap to the face there of Rusev. And certainly if there's a man to match the physicalness of what Gunther does, Rusev very well could be that man, but right now, Rusev and Gunther clubbing blows, and Gunther, for the most part, he's telling Rusev he wants more. Back and forth with those chops, man. absolutely brutal. And now Rusev, oh, I was just saying maybe Rusev would make a quick comeback, but Gunther tore him down. And now Rusev, oh, with a reversal. Oh, wait a minute, power bomb. Power bomb there to Gunther. Obviously, Gunther's known for his power bombs. And I'm not sure if that's what Gunther may have been trying to set up there briefly before Rusev reversed it. And now both men going to go for striking wars again. Round 2. Gunther won the first round. Let's see who wins this round. Physicality at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth we go for a tremendous night of wrestling. An impromptu kickoff match for Bash in Berlin. Gunther wondering why he was left off the card. William Regal telling him, hey, these matches were all set and you never said anything about wanting to be on the card here. As Rusev with a gut punch there, misses a clothesline, but now tosses him into the corner. Ooh, big elbow strike from the ring general. Again, another clubbing blow right to the ribs. You can see the welts just brewing on both men as a nice scoop slam there from the Bulgarian Brute Rusev. And now Rusev looking to go high risk from the top rope. Tells Gunther to get up to his feet. It's only going to end well for one guy. Ooh, big axe handle takes down the ring general. And we'll see if we see the good old-fashioned Bulgarian Brute pull out the accolade tonight and try and make Gunther tap out in the middle of this ring. He's got a submission work in the shoulder blade area. See if there's enough damage to be done. Oh, Gunther not going to allow a submission hold like that to be putting him out the way as a nice double drop kick takes down Rusev. Over a leg drop, and Rusev doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring as now Gunther, oh goodness, unloading a chop across the chest, probably caving in the chest as Gunther just those heavy strikes right to the face there. And Gunther's all fired up, and what a chop to the chest. Gunther now has him up into a big-time maneuver, takes down Rusev. And now Gunther off the ropes into a leg drop. Little shades of Hulk Hogan there. How much more is left in both of these superstars putting on a clinic so far? I think we saw, oh goodness, a clubbing blow again to the chest. Yep, we saw this earlier on tonight. Just this big boot of Gunther right across the chin, and now back outside we go. This has been a fantastic return match for Rusev. Gunther showing off his wrestling abilities as well. As look at the neck of Rusev there. Absolutely bruised, battered, and now Gunther going to go high risk here as the referee just counted to a 3. It's a big drop kick, almost could have been a leg drop, honestly, as the referee having to reset his account, now already at a 2. Our original kickoff matchup, ladies and gentlemen, was going to be the Women's World Championship matchup, Charlotte versus Jade Cargill, but certainly we've only gotten this matchup that wasn't even going to be happening until Gunther came out, as that is vintage Gunther. 2, 3. Gunther picks up a hell of a win. He had to earn it tonight and defeats the return of Rusev here tonight in Bash in Berlin. What a match. These guys went to absolute war the whole entire matchup. They went back and forth, blow for blow, and that is something you love to see. Back and forth they went. Hell of a match. But Gunther showing you why he should have been on the card and defeats the return of Rusev to kick us off here tonight in Bash in Berlin.
The following is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the WWE Women's World Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we actually get to our second matchup of the evening. This was supposed to be our kickoff here in Bash in Berlin, but now we get the Women's World Championship on the line is Charlotte Flair, the Queen, coming out here to take on Jade Cargill, who is technically the actual Queen because she won the Queen of the Ring tournament. Charlotte Flair just calls herself the Queen of WWE, but she has not won a Queen of the Ring. But obviously, you know, everyone has their own moniker, but certainly those two have been fighting back and forth, not just over that, but obviously the championship. Charlotte has shown a lot of not only grit, but she's been able to stand up to the Women's World Champion, and she even took her down last Monday night on Raw. So this is going to be one hell of a match. Not only is the Women's World Championship on the line, but Jade Cargill's undefeated streak is on the line as well. And it seems like, you know, obviously last week she was in the corner of Bianca Belair, didn't help out Bianca at all, but it seems like maybe there is a partnership brewing of sorts, maybe between Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. We'll see if Bianca will accompany Jade out here tonight on this big edition of Bash in Berlin. Charlotte Flair still continues to look very good, and we'll see how she does continuing the momentum from this past month into this very matchup. Is now the Storm has arrived here in Berlin, and she is your Women's World Champion as well as your Women's Champion, dominating the main roster, Raw and SmackDown. And this woman right here, Jade Cargill, is going to have herself a busy weekend, not only defending the Women's World Championship tonight, but tomorrow night there at Atlanta, Georgia. She's going to have to fly all the way back to Atlanta, Georgia to defend her Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss. And certainly this is almost like you can't really say that Charlotte and Alexa are the past, but when I say this, you know, obviously Alexa Bliss, Charlotte have been around WWE and in WWE for a long time, so it's like a old generation versus the new generation. We'll see how Jade Cargill fits into that mold against two highly experienced women in Charlotte Flair tonight and Alexa Bliss tomorrow night. And as you could already tell, Bianca Belair, former Women's World Champion, she is out here. And she is a former Miss Money in the Bank as well. She is coming out here to accompany Jade Cargill. So yes, it does seem like there is a partnership of sorts between these two. We don't know the details, and I don't know if whoever will figure out those details.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair. And her opponent from Orlando, Florida, the WWE Women's World Champion and the WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
The matchup is officially almost underway. Just mere moments. Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill, who is walking out with the Women's World Championship. And the match has officially started between Charlotte and Jade Cargill, two of the top women in all of WWE. The past versus the present, and that's not a knock on Charlotte Flair. Just saying that Charlotte has been here in WWE for a very long time, and you got this new generation of women trying to come through and take their spot, roll through. Is she going to beat her like that? No. And can you imagine if Charlotte, within the first not even minute of this matchup, coming out here, hitting her with a roll-up and becoming the new Women's World Champion, something highly unexpected, I guess you never know. And now Charlotte, again, working on the legs. We all know what that's going to possibly set up for, is Charlotte just taking Jade Cargill to the woodshed early on. Both of these women on the road to Bash in Berlin have gone back and forth. Charlotte's had some great matches, certainly against Bianca Belair, taking her down. Jade Cargill's been in action on Raw and SmackDown, getting ready for her double championship weekend, as now Jade Cargill busted open in the first couple minutes here. Charlotte is on fire right now, and she's taming the storm that Jade Cargill usually brings here. Charlotte's all fired up. Big boot, no! And down goes Charlotte to the outside. A awkward landing. And Jade Cargill going to take some time to probably recuperate here. As Charlotte getting herself back in the ring. Big axe handle, though, takes down Charlotte Flair. Let's see if the Women's World Champion can get herself back in this matchup. She has been awoken. That blood just flowing down the face of Jade Cargill. And now Jade, oh look at that pop-up Samoan drop right there in the middle of this ring. Oh, but a big boot there from Charlotte. Just when you think you're getting back in this matchup, Charlotte Flair changes the questions to the possible answer. Jade Cargill able to slip out of it. Here we go, let's see what Jade can do as she connects with a front slam. Absolutely brutal here, and now Jade gonna build some momentum here. Big neck breaker there. Certainly gonna not feel too good. Now, I think for Jade, I think she's gonna want to dominate Charlotte Flair. As now Jade springboard crossbody, but no. Charlotte now gonna look to make her pay. And will Jade Cargill bow down to Charlotte Flair tonight in Bash in Berlin? And for Alexa Bliss, you gotta hope that Jade Cargill will be somewhat close to 100% tomorrow night, but obviously she's going to be watching there in Atlanta, Georgia, getting ready for that matchup tomorrow night, but also watching and seeing what Jade Cargill definitely needs to work on. And uh-oh, big old-fashioned lion tamer here, looking to make Jade Cargill tap. Jade Cargill already feeling the effects of this matchup. She already ate a big knee strike earlier that busted her wide open. Charlotte now gonna look for a moonsault connecting right to the ribs of Jade Cargill. And we could be moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from Jade losing this matchup. As Jade trying to get back in this matchup. Big forearm strike. Jade Cargill rolling her up. Referee right there. Shoulders are down, but no. Oh, now Charlotte Flair gonna try to roll her up. Pinfall opportunity. One. Oh, but look at the branching. Look at the branching of Jade Cargill. Here we go. Shoulders are down. One. Just a one count there. Back and forth these women are going. Old-fashioned high-octane action as down goes Charlotte. Now Jade looking again. Going to look for the high-risk ability. Didn't work out the first time. Jade now with a springboard crossbody. The second time it works. Able to beat down Charlotte Flair a little bit of time. And now, referee right there. Oh wait, Jade trying to cheat one out here. Very close. Jade realizes she was in trouble here. And talking about trouble, Charlotte Flair's in trouble. Jaded. Down goes Charlotte. And is that enough to retain? 1, 2. No, Charlotte kicks out. Charlotte kicks out. And Jade ain't too happy about it, ladies and gentlemen. And now, uh-oh. It's time for maybe a striking war. Both of these women putting on a performance tonight for this Women's World Championship. Jade hitting some big strikes there. Now Charlotte trying to fight back. Something has got to give in this matchup. Only one can walk out with the Women's World Championship. Will it be Charlotte Flair? Will it be Jade Cargill? Two top women in this industry. You see that blood just dripping down the face, exchanging blows, exchanging chops to the face. Everything's got to give tonight in this big time main event qualifying type of matchup. So spear out of nowhere. Spear out of nowhere from Charlotte. Is that enough? Shoulders are down. 1, 2. No, and Jade Cargill at the very last second. Charlotte's not too happy with Rod Zapata, but that is the correct call. Shoulders were up. And now the Queen is trying to decide what she wants to do here. Jade's trying to get up to her feet, realizing in a bad predicament here. Now let's see what Charlotte has in store. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. Almost like a variation of a stunner bomb. And now, uh-oh, this ain't good. Jade's in the middle of the ring. You got to figure 4. If she branches it, we could see a new women's world champion, Jade Cargill. But no, Charlotte letting go of it, deciding that maybe Jade Cargill was, I don't know, not going to tap out there. I'm not too sure why she let go. As Charlotte now looking to attack Jade Cargill halfway across the ring, but realizes it will not work. Well, maybe the second time it will work. I guess we'll find out here. But Jade, flying crossbody, misses by Charlotte. This could be the moment Jade Cargill needs here. Oh, roll up, looking to steal a win here. 1, 2. Oh, so close. The match continues. Both women hitting big time maneuvers on each other, and it has not been enough in this technically opening bout of Bash in Berlin. We had an impromptu match to kick us off here in Bash in Berlin with Gunther defeating the return of Rusev. Now what is Jade Cargill thinking here? High risk district from the top. Jade Cargill, going for the frog splash, didn't work out. And that was, I mean, Jade Cargill, she's hit some high risk maneuvers, but she doesn't need to do that. Because it kind of almost goes to what Charlotte Flair wants you to do. Taking you out of your, I guess, your moveset, your repertoire. Back in the ring we go. Jade Cargill right there. But eats an axe handle. Getting taken down by the Queen. And now the Queen, what is she thinking? Oh, goodness. What a knee to the back of the head. And no, Bianca Belair looking to try and get involved here. Trying to save Jade Cargill. But not really working out in the favor of Jade right now. Stomp to the ribs. Oh, no, she's going to go for the double knees. Loosen up the ribs. Maybe set up for that figure 4 into the figure 8. Now Charlotte off the ropes. Going for a neck breaker. Jade moving out of the way. Both of these women putting on a clinic. But something has to give here in your main event. Jade surviving as she hits a big stomp to the chest area there, Charlotte Flair. And again, is she thinking the same thing? No, she's thinking powerbomb off the ropes into a sit-out powerbomb. Beautiful maneuver there from Jade. And if I was Jade, honestly, hit the pinfall. Hit the pinfall. Especially on a big-time maneuver like that. And now Jade going to toss Charlotte Flair into the corner, into almost like a big stinger splash. Down goes Charlotte Flair. Oh, but a big reversal from Charlotte. Both these women, they know they know that the next big maneuver will win this matchup. They are putting on a clinic. It has been a slugfest. It has been an all-out war. And it is for the Women's World Championship tonight in Berlin. It's a great way to kick off Bash in Berlin live tonight with the Women's World Championship. Blow for blow. Oh, but a big-time chop across the chest. And that very well could be enough. But Charlotte deciding to do some more damage as he hits a swinging sit-out slam. And Charlotte trying to get this crowd behind her of sorts as she connects with a big boot to the outside here. And obviously Charlotte cannot take a count-out victory. I mean, victory is a victory, but she would not become the Women's World Champion. She's going to allow Jade Cargill to get back inside the ring here, but not going to allow her to do much more. And look at Jade Cargill. She's like, you know what? Going to connect with that, but you know, she baited her. She baited her with natural selection. And now that very well could do it. Are we going to see a new women's champion, a women's world champion? 1, 2. No, Jade kicked out. Jade kicked out of natural selection. I am honestly surprised. Not expecting anyone to really kick out of that too much. And now Jade off the ropes, picks her up. Samoan drop right there in the middle of the ring. And now Jade Cargill hoping that's going to be enough to take down the Queen, but no, just a 1 count. And for Jade, she's really trying to figure out what she needs to do. Going for the second rope, big time flying axe handle right to the midsection area. As now Jade with a gut wrench power bomb. Bringing that strength and power, but the wrong thing she did, she let Charlotte Flair roll outside the ring, and that buys Charlotte Flair some time, even though she is eating some damage here at ringside. And look at Jade Cargill. Oh, goodness, what a power bomb here. It's Rod Zapata at a 3 count now. It's been one heck of a match. It would be a damn shame if we saw a possible count out of sorts. As now Jade Cargill setting up Charlotte Flair again. Jade Cargill flying crossbody again. She's been able to hit that 2 out of 3 times tonight live here on Bash in Berlin, representing Monday Night Raw. As Jade Cargill, oh, she's done playing around. She's looking to hit Jaded here. Jaded by Jade Cargill. And certainly, this has to be it, right? 2. No. Charlotte kicks out at 2.5. How much more can these women withstand? There's a big running boot. Charlotte Flair now is busted wide open. And Jade Cargill now playing a little bit more aggressive here. She believes that she has Charlotte Flair right where she wants her. Look at the military press slam coming in the favor of Charlotte Flair. Hard landing. And now Charlotte, looking to trying to catch her off guard there. But Jade Cargill capitalizes with a spine buster. But now Charlotte with a reversal. Back and forth we go. Who's walking out with this Women's World Championship? This is going to be the toughest test for sure for Jade Cargill here. And here we go. Here we go. The figure 4 into the figure 8 possibly. We'll see if she can branch it. Yes, she does. She's branching it to Jade Cargill. But Charlotte lets go of it. Deciding not to finish her off. She's going to go high risk here. Into the frog splash. Middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte Flair has dethroned Jade Cargill, taking the undefeated streak away and taking away that Women's World Championship. First one in the series to dethrone Jade Cargill, and it was tonight in this massive pay-per-view. What a match. Both women blow for blow, big move for big move, getting desperate at times. Just wasn't enough. And Charlotte Flair showing you why she's one of the best of all time. Jade Cargill hit 2 Jaded on Charlotte Flair, and it did not work out in her favor. She even tried rolling her up multiple times. Didn't work out. And Charlotte walked out the new Women's World Champion. Not at that time, though. But our lovely camera angle's not working out the best tonight, it seems. But Charlotte Flair, she dug down deep. She showed you why she's the real queen. Both women busted open, showing you how hard they had to work. But Jade Cargill is dethroned by the real queen, Charlotte Flair. This is already a history-making Bash in Berlin here live tonight. Saw the return of Rusev. Gunther defeats Rusev in his return to WWE. And then a matchup where we saw Jade Cargill, the double champion, taking on Charlotte Flair for the Women's World Championship. What a matchup. It felt like that honestly could have been a 5-star matchup just with the terms of what they brought to the table. A hard-hitting matchup. Both women, blood, sweat, and tears in that matchup, but Charlotte showing you why she is the queen of WWE. She can withstand anything and everything, and she is your new Women's World Champion. But now we move on to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in a no-holds-barred matchup. This is all coming from SummerSlam weekend, ladies and gentlemen, last month, where we saw Sami Zayn taking on Braun Breaker for the Undisputed Championship. Sami Zayn was walking into that match as the Undisputed Champion. Breaker would hit 2 spears within the confines of that matchup and would ultimately defeat Sami Zayn to become the new Undisputed Champion. But After the matchup, when Sami Zayn was recovering at ringside, out of nowhere, through the crowd, Kevin Owens would jump the barrier and attack his best friend, turning his back on Randy Orton earlier on in the night, taking it to Sami Zayn later on in the night, and then, obviously, Sami Zayn wants his revenge. We saw Randy Orton and Kevin Owens go at it a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw with Randy Orton beating Kevin Owens in a no-holds-barred matchup. Now you have best friends, now bitter rivals, going at it in a no-holds-barred matchup. And if you're new to WWE, if you're new to pro wrestling, a no-holds-barred matchup means anything can go. They can take this all over this arena here in Berlin, where they want to, outside, inside the ring, it does not matter, inside, outside the crowd, backstage if they really wanted to, but they have to bring it back inside this ring to get that pinfall or submission victory. And both these guys know each other like the backside of their hand. This is going to be a pivotal match in the history of WWE and also the history of both of these men, because obviously Kevin Owens sold his soul to The Rock. Sami Zayn recently teaming up with Roman Reigns. You never know where that may go to. But here we go. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, live here. And the matchup is officially started. New referee. Whole different ball game in this no-holds-barred matchup. Something's got to give between these former best friends, now bitter rivals. Owens selling his soul. You know, obviously he's going to want to change the path that his career was on. But I mean, it didn't even have to be that way. He told William Regal, hey, all you have to do is put me in that triple threat matchup, or put him in that Intercontinental Championship match to make it a triple threat match there at SummerSlam. Regal did not oblige, citing, hey, you know what, you already had your one-on-one contest with Bronson Reed. You lost. Now Randy Orton gets his one-on-one matchup. And Kevin Owens didn't like that. And he said, hey, you're going to regret it, Regal. And, well, certainly I got to believe that Regal definitely is regretting it, as Kevin Owens bringing out the hockey stick. We know these Canadians do sure love their hockey. And he is taking it to Sami Zayn. And if you didn't know already, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, both from Canada, so they definitely are big hockey fans. To be honest, growing up, I was a hockey fan. I don't watch it too much. I'm a Detroit Red Wings fan, and they've been kind of struggling for quite a long time, just trying to figure out what they're doing, but they've gotten better over the last couple seasons. But certainly hockey a lot better for the most part coming out of Canada. As both men trying to figure each other out. They do know each other quite well. As Owens showing some agility here, and now gonna fold Sami Zayn like an accordion. Big time move from Kevin Owens. Pinfall attempt. Referee is right there, but shoulders are down. Just a 1 count. And Kevin Owens is going to have to do a lot more damage to his former best friend. Send a message. Yes, Owens lost against Randy Orton. He's going to look to send a message to Sami Zayn this time around. He doesn't want to go back-to-back matches, losing to Randy Orton, losing to Sami Zayn in both no-holds-barred matches. Selling your soul is supposed to, I guess, make your career go better, but ever since then, you've seen Kevin Owens kind of go back and forth. I mean, you've seen CM Punk lose multiple big-time matches ever since selling his soul. Lost a big 2 out of 3 Falls matchup to Cody Rhodes live there on Friday Night SmackDown yesterday. It was a hell of a matchup, but Cody Rhodes was a lot better. Submission hold here, referee Miss Smith, she's right there watching it, seeing if Kevin Owens will tap out. And obviously John Cena hasn't done the best as well, besides taking out Braun Breaker there. Back and forth blows between both men. Oh, big slap to the chest area. Back and forth we go. You might see a good old-fashioned hockey fight live here tonight. We've already seen the hockey stick. Now we got the fighting portion, but there is no penalty box for these two fighting. They use the inside of this ring as their penalty box. Look at these clubbing blows back and forth between Sami and Kevin. And now here we go. Two of the best in WWE going at it, strike for strike. And now Sami Zayn awoken here. Big knee strike to the middle of that back. And he's got that hockey stick once again here. Again, and he just broke it over the knee/ankle area of Kevin Owens, trying to slow down Kevin Owens as much as possible. And certainly doing that, and then that clothesline certainly will do wonders for you. As now Zayn trying to figure out what he wants to do off the ropes, but referee may have gotten in the way. No problem there. Big clothesline on top of the hockey sticks. And now Zayn, nice drop kick, taking it to Kevin Owens. Owens holding that neck, probably didn't hurt or didn't help that broken hockey stick is right there. If I'm the referee, maybe kick it out of the way, but hey, it's an all-holds-barred matchup, anything goes. They could probably, if they wanted to, pick up that broken hockey stick and use it. That's, right there, knee right, or that elbow right across that knee. Now Zayn off the ropes into a neck breaker. I think that's what Sami was trying to connect with moments ago, with the referee being in the way, unfortunately. And while these guys continue to... hold on. Shoulders are down here. And Sami Zayn going to try to see if he can steal one here. But no, just a 1 count. But while this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of big-time matches in store for you. As rake of the eye from Kevin Owens into a pump-up powerbomb. Shoulders are down. Owens, is he going to steal it? 2. No, Zayn kicks out. Owens thought he had him. The rake of the eye leading up to the pump-up powerbomb. It still was not enough. And now Owens with the stunner. Certainly the stunner out of nowhere will have to do it. 3, yes it is. Kevin Owens beats Sami Zayn in this no-holds-barred matchup. The only weapon really used in this matchup was really the hockey stick, which is nothing wrong with that. They didn't need to use other weapons. They just had an all-out war tonight. But Kevin Owens getting the upper hand on Sami Zayn. They went back and forth for a bit. Sami Zayn breaking the hockey stick over him. But ultimately, the rake of the eyes into a pump-up powerbomb, eventually into a stunner. And that gets Kevin Owens the victory tonight, live here in Bash in Berlin. And look at that, the rake of the eyes leading to a pump-up powerbomb. Absolutely brutal, but Zayn, he was still digging down deep. He was still fighting. That was 2.5. But Owens would pick him up and say, hey, no more. You're going to eat a stunner. And bam, that was all she wrote. Referee was in right there, 2 and 3. Just like that, Kevin Owens picks up the win, gets him back to his winning ways, and with a prize fighter with nothing to lose, that is something to watch out for here going on to Monday Night Raw, coming up this Monday on the Road to Survivor Series.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the United States Championship as LA Knight looks to take the United States Championship away from The Miz. Now, if I do recall correctly, this would be the first time ever that LA Knight would be your United States Champion. He has been an Intercontinental Champion, but he has not been a United States Champion that I can recall. So LA Knight may be able to become the United States Champion, and will look to take that to Monday Night Raw in just 2 days' time. Be the new United States Champion. But on the other hand, The Miz, with obviously the change of trajectory in his career, going from a bad guy to a good guy with the help of Cody Rhodes before the draft, dealing with people. Obviously, The Miz won a triple threat matchup to take on John Cena at SummerSlam for the United States Championship, where Cena was the United States Champion. And The Miz would defeat John Cena to become the new United States Champion. Now that's a big win for the Miz, and obviously Miz wants to keep that up. He doesn't want to be known as a flash in the pan, just a one and done United States champion. And changing up the trajectory of his career, he's hoping that's going to help him out. Two fan favorites going at it for that United States championship tonight here in Berlin. Both men have been wrestling for a very, very long time. Miz has been in WWE for a very long time. LA Knight joining us years ago. And ever since, I mean, he's joined, he's been for the most part very dominant, especially coming through. But he's in the main event picture, but suffering a couple losses here and there kind of hurt him. But hey, he's in the United States Championship picture now. And hey, there's nothing wrong with holding the United States Championship. A lot of main event talent have held that championship to elevate them to that main picture. And we're going to see both of them go at it for the United States Championship. A big time match here in Berlin, and everyone's really looking forward to it.
Introducing the challenger. From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight. And his opponent, from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, The Miz.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Robinson showing the championship to both men. And it is official. The match will be starting in just mere moments live here in Bash in Berlin. The megastar LA Knight takes on the A-lister The Miz. Something has to give here tonight. The referee has officially started the matchup. Here we go, and what a knockout blow from LA Knight. He's not playing around. Miz probably not expecting to eat a closed-handed punch right to the face. But hey, it's WWE. You've got to be ready for anything at all times. Is LA Knight going to work on that knee on the top of Miz's neck there? Not going to be feeling too good as Knight with a pinfall early on. Just trying to see where Miz is at physicality-wise, pardon me. Both men trying to figure each other out with a collar elbow tie up. Miz now going to work on a headlock, slowing down the momentum that LA Knight had just moments ago. And just wrenching on that bad boy. And sometimes you have to do these just to get yourself back into this matchup, which is nothing wrong with that. And it also changes up what the other superstar in the matchup had planned for you. And now LA Knight getting Miz back up to his feet now. Miz gonna eat a big drop kick. That springboard drop kick takes down the Miz, and now LA Knight gonna go high risk, high reward situation for the megastar. Almost about halfway across the ring. Almost like a quarter of the ring. The big missile drop kick takes down the Miz. LA Knight has the momentum briefly here and it's continuing, working out in the favor there. And now LA Knight trying to decide what he wants to do. It seemed like he was going to do something off the ropes there, but really stopped at the last second, and now just going to go back to that ground and pound game on the Miz. And I think on certain superstars, you got to realize what you're doing in the matchup. As big knee strike into the clothesline there from LA Knight. LA Knight bringing the fight the Miz. Miz is in trouble here, going for a punch there of sorts. Miz one step ahead of him, gonna roll him up. But there is a rope break. Rope break saves LA Knight, and now Miz and LA Knight gonna go at it. It's very rare that we see a rope break, but hey, Charles Robinson, an old-fashioned ref, nothing wrong with that. But if he sees it, he's gonna call it. And now LA Knight has the Miz up, gonna drop him right down on his face. absolutely brutal. And now LA Knight telling Miz to get up to his feet. Thought maybe he was going to connect with the BFT, but LA Knight going to continue to allow this match to happen back and forth. Stomping away on the Miz right there in the midsection. Looking to take away that United States Championship away from the Miz, but it certainly is not going to be too easy. And now Miz being tossed into the corner. Miz in trouble. Uh-oh. LA Knight has him up top here. This ain't going to be good for somebody. Oh, big boot there from Miz. A veteran like Miz, who's been in this business probably longer than LA Knight, certainly expecting something was not going to go too well for him if he stayed up there any longer. And now Miz, oh, right there at the back of the knee. Momentum changing in the favor of the Miz here. Miz does connect with figure 4 leg locks from time to time, so it might be something to really look into here. And now Miz going to toss LA Knight into the corner. And now LA Knight going to get tossed up top here. LA Knight might be flying. Nope, he only flying. He went down, was down to that cold concrete where the padding is. But certainly that padding is not going to do it any favors here at ringside. As Robinson already starting his account, he's at 2 now. We still have plenty of action tonight for you, including the World Tag Team Championships being on the line. Is holding on to that thought. Running knee from the Miz out of nowhere. But Miz not going to go for the pinfall off that. He's going to look to do another maneuver. If I'm Miz, go for the pinfall. As now Miz, springboard crossbody, takes down LA Knight. And now Miz finally going to go for the pinfall. Hook of the leg. Is this enough to take down LA Knight? No, strong kick out from Knight. But like I was trying to say, the World Tag Team Championships will be on the line tonight as the Dudley Boys take on the Usos. Those World Tag Team Championships, as well as Naomi defends her United States Championship against Nia Jax. As Miz now looking to set up LA Knight maybe for a skull-crushing finale. Nope, Miz, second thoughts. Into a, oh, nope, LA Knight catches him for a powerbomb. Miz didn't even need to go high risk there, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to come back to eat him, and at least in this part of the matchup. Maybe Miz will be able to retain, but right now he's getting his knee taken out. And we'll see if LA Knight can continue that momentum he just had. BFT to the Miz. Pinfall, shoulders down. Will we see a new champion? Yes, we do. The Megastar is the new United States champion. A back and forth matchup. The Miz didn't need to go high risk. He didn't need to do certain maneuvers in the matchup. Ended up costing him right here. Miz connecting with that flying cross body. Only got a 2 count out of it. And it seemed like he may have been setting up Miz setting up LA Knight, but he got caught. LA Knight connects with that sit-out powerbomb of sorts, and LA Knight would eventually hit the BFT. As our camera angle a little off here, unfortunately, but it would lead to LA Knight becoming your new United States champion.
Here is your winner.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. LA Knight, the Megastar, is back to being champion, this time around being your United States champion on Monday Night Raw. And like we mentioned, it is time for some tag team action live here at Bash in Berlin. It is time for the World Tag Team Championships to be on the line, as here comes Big Jim, Jimmy Uso. And certainly this could be the night where they become the World Tag Team Champions. And on the horizon for the Usos and the Bloodline, it is going to be there at Survivor Series. This is going to be a 4-on-4 War Games matchup. The match has already been official, and we're not even through Bash in Berlin, but obviously they've already heard that the new Bloodline have been wanting to set this up. The Rock has already made this official, and he's won to William Regal to make it official. But the question is, going into that matchup, will these Usos, will Jimmy and Jay, be the new tag team champions heading in to that Survivor Series event? Because right now on the OG Bloodline, you have Jimmy, Jay, and Roman. We don't know who the fourth competitor would be. As now here comes main event, Jey Uso, and it is time to yeet. This crowd going absolutely crazy for main event Jey Uso for the World Tag Team Championships. And obviously the Usos had to defeat the New Day that they've been longtime rivals with just to get this opportunity. It was a hell of a back and forth tag team matchup with the Usos eventually picking up the big win. And certainly the Usos would love to get some tag team gold. A lot of big time matches that they have in store for this roster. You know, I mean, certainly we saw them go up against the New Day. They're going up against the Dudley Boys. Two matches that certainly people weren't expecting us to see again with everything going on throughout the years. You know, New Days was different compared to what the last time they saw each other with New Day and the Usos. And now a big time matchup, a matchup that I don't recall ever seeing between the Usos and the Dudley Boys. If they did, I do apologize in advance, but it's a lot to try to remember throughout Universe Mode history, but I do not ever recall them facing off with each other here in Universe Mode history. This is a big time World Tag Team Championship match. But something has got to give. It is going to be one hell of a tag team match. It is the 1D versus the 3D. We're going to see if No Yeet and Yeet can work together to become the new World Tag Team Champions. But if the Dudley Boys have to say something about it, they are still the best tag team in the world, and they're going to show it tonight, live here at Bash in Berlin. Ray Devon, certainly you could argue the best tag team of all time, but then you think about the Hardy Boys, you think about Edge and Christian, you think about the Usos, you think about the New Day, and plenty of old-time tag teams. I mean, you could throw D-Generation X in there. You could throw Undertaker and Kane in there. You can throw a lot of old-time tag teams in there. You could even throw the Shield in there. The Shield is very applicable in the history of tag teams as well. But if this night has told you anything, ladies and gentlemen, expect a long and grueling match from top to bottom.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, the Bloodline. And their opponents at a combined weight of 603 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
Who do you guys believe will be becoming the tag team champions? Will the Dudley Boys retain, or will we see the Usos become the World Tag Team Champions? It looks like Devon and Big Jim will be the starting. And so look at Devon coming right after Big Jim. And Devon just want to slowly but surely get some moves in as Jimmy runs right into Bubba Ray. And down goes the big man. You can see that they're briefly in the crowd just some seconds ago. Crowd throwing up some we want to see or get the tables, but this matchup, if they use the tables, that would be a disqualification. But I mean, I guess it's up to the discretion of Charles Robinson, who's very fair and calls it right down the middle. Here comes Jimmy Uso with those punches and slaps, and now right across the chest, down goes Bubba Ray. And now here comes Jey Uso, former European champion. Now into the pinfall opportunity here from Jey Uso. Will this be enough? No, still too early yet. But like we mentioned tonight, still to come, Naomi defends her United States Championship against Nia Jax as Jey Uso acknowledges his tribal chief. And Bubba Ray gets the tag to Devon. Naomi takes on Nia Jax for the United States Championship. As well, still to come tonight, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa in a tribal chief matchup, which is pretty much a Bloodline rules matchup, where anything goes. It is a no disqualification matchup. Anything goes, anything can happen, and anyone from the Bloodline could get involved in this matchup. As well as your main event tonight is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is the final boss, The Rock, taking on Seth frickin' Rollins. Certainly The Rock and Rollins have definitely heated up their rivalry, as Jimmy with the big submission hold here with big lion tamer, trying to get Devon to tap out. Oh, Devon? Oh, I thought maybe for a minute that excruciating pain was going to make him tap, but was able to get himself out of that. But like we said, the rivalry has definitely heated up between The Rock and Seth Rollins, and that match is only going to get more heated tonight live here on Bash in Berlin, as a assisted powerbomb takes down Jimmy Uso. But Big Jim rolling out of the ring, doing the right thing, realizing how bad of a predicament he was in right there, as referee Charles Robinson starting his count there. And back in the ring we go. And I'm sure the Dudley Boys don't want to win the matchup by count out. They want to defeat the Usos and show them that they are the better tag team in the world. And now Jimmy Uso's in trouble. Gonna eat some reverse snake eyes right there in that top rope. Stomp to the midsection. Oh, into a flying headbutt as well. Also, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, with all this high-octane action going on, we're going to be hearing from Karrion Kross up actually after the matchup, just before we get to the Women's United States Championship. Karrion Kross, we're going to hear from him addressing Randy Orton once again after he took out Randy Orton back-to-back weeks recently on Monday Night Raw. Not on last week's SmackDown, but a couple weeks ago and then the week after that. And certainly Karrion Kross sending a message, and we'll see if it's going to lead to a matchup between maybe Karrion Kross and Randy Orton, or if Randy Orton just happened to be a man in the way. It's a nice scoop slam there from Jey Uso. Pinfall opportunity. Former tag team champion, former European champion, will look to become tag team champion again here tonight by knocking off the Dudley Boys for the World Tag Team Championships. As time for some super kick city right there to the face of the Dudley Boys, into a flying headbutt as well. The longer this matchup goes, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to favor the Usos, wouldn't you think? You know, the Dudley Boys have been able to withstand a lot of tag teams so far here on Monday Night Raw of sorts, so I mean, I guess you can't count them out, but eating back-to-back big super kicks to the face certainly will not help yourself out here. And now Jey Uso coming right after Bubba. Oh, big leg drop right there to the midsection area there of Bubba Ray. Certainly not the best feeling in the world, as Jey Uso connects with a snap suplex. Now Bubba Ray working, that left leg, trying to take it out of socket, as now we're at a 5. Jey looking to go high risk, though. We are at a 6, and Jey, almost connecting with an elbow. I don't know if that connects. Does that reset the count? I guess we're about to find out. Yes, it does. And now both these men can go back to not having to necessarily rush each other in this opportunity, as Bubba Ray, flying shoulder tackle, takes down Jey. And if you're Jey, why don't you just hide behind the pole there, honestly? Bubba Ray would literally have to drop down, and his butt would hit the top of that pole, and it would not be too good for Bubba Ray, let's just say the least there. And now Jey going to try to toss him back inside the ring, but no, he throws him right off the post there, that steel post. Referee Charles Robinson at a 6 here. Both these men need to get back inside the ring to avoid a count out here. And now Jey and take his sweet time. We are at a 8. Jay needs to realize that he needs to get outside the ring, and now Jay, at the very last second, saves the day. I mean, Jay almost forgot that he's the one that is challenging for the World Tag Team Championships, and almost like that he would have won the match, but not the Tag Team Championships. And now Jey Uso going to go back to work here on Bubba Ray. Both men feeling the effects of this whole entire match, especially Bubba Ray with those super kicks early on from the Usos. Now Jimmy and Jay going to continue to bring the fight to Bubba Ray in the corner. Cut off the ring. That's what you got to do. And that's what has made the Usos one of the better tag teams in the world today. And them recently coming back together. Great thing to see. We'll see what that chemistry will continue to work wonders for them. And Jimmy just continuing to work that lower back. That's what you need to. Could set up that Uso splash. Jimmy back inside the ring, going to continue to go to work here on Bubba Ray, slowly but surely. And now Jimmy off the ropes here, going for the neck breaker. Bubba Ray saw it coming, moved him right out of the way. And now a vicious, knee right to the tailbone. That is never fun. And now Bubba Ray taking a good time to get that tag into Devon, and then running STO collapses Jimmy Uso there. If you guys are just tuning in now, it's been one heck of a night for Bash in Berlin. A lot of back and forth. We saw the return of Rusev after Gunther came out wanting a match, wondering why he wasn't even on the match card. And Regal's like, well, I was expecting this, so I didn't make a call. There's a guy that's been wanting to come back to WWE for some time now, and, well, we have assigned him to our roster, and that happened to be Rusev. Both men went to war, but ultimately, we saw who walked out victorious as another double super kick there. Gunther walking out victorious tonight against Rusev. As Bubba Ray getting the tag, misses the neck breaker, and let's see if main event Jey Uso can capitalize here. With the shoulders are down. Ooh, almost had the 3 count there. Now let's see what Jay wants to do here. There's plenty of options to do right now. Devon right there could break it up if there is a potential pinfall in this matchup here. Ooh, clubbing elbow, especially across the temple right there. That is not something you want to continuously take here. As the Irish Whip gets tossed into enemy corner. Bubba Ray, if I'm Bubba Ray, yes, you're getting some offense in, but I would say get him out of the enemy corner and do your work in the neutral corners or your own corner. But hey, I'm not a tag team specialist like the Dudley Boys. They can handle themselves like any other tag team. No, both men going for something. Devon happened to be a little bit above Jey Uso and was able to hit that senton, or whatever you'd like to call it. And now Big Jim and Devon going at it. Both men had kicks in mind. Jimmy Uso now off the ropes into a back body drop. Back and forth we go. It's been pretty neutral, not really one-sided whatsoever in this match. As Big Jim with a big super kick there to the face of Devon. And now, we've seen this before. We've won some matches with this bad boy submission. Devon's in trouble. Will Devon have to tap out? Nowhere to go. But Jimmy Uso having to let go of it. Who is going to walk out with the World Tag Team Championships? Who will head into Survivor Series as the World Tag Team Champions? There's a big scoop slam. And now, here we go over Jimmy Uso with an Uso splash right there on Devon. But not going to go for the pinfall just yet, it seems. Realizing he needs to inflict a little bit more damage. Pinfall attempt, but just a 1 count. I think that kick kind of gave him some more time to recuperate as he gets hit with the neck breaker there. Never fun to eat something like that. Is now Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso looking to go high risk. Uso splash to Devon. Is that enough? Is he going to go for the pinfall? Yes, he is. Bubba Ray going to be right there to break it up, though. The match continues. This is a type of match that you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. Two top tag teams going at it, not backing down. And now, here we go. Transfer him over for a big-time Samoan drop. What a Samoan drop. Takes down Devon. And Jimmy, Sarai's not going to go for the pinfall. At least try and see where he's at. But Jimmy realizes it's not going to be easy to take on the Dudley Boys. And now giving Devon some time. Devon with that reverse rollover and hitting him with a couple strikes there. Big elbow strikes again, connecting there. Not going to be feeling too good for sure. Back and forth we go, and now Devon looking to continuously get himself involved here. We haven't seen the Dudley Boys hit much of tag team maneuvers tonight. We'll see if we see that at all. As now Devon running into the corner, building up some momentum, and connecting with a clothesline. And like we mentioned, coming up this weekend after we get through Bash in Berlin and Bad Blood, we will be on the road to Survivor Series. And Survivor Series is always different, it seems like. We've seen War Games recently as a pinfall opportunity from Devon to put down Jimmy Uso. Oh, very close. Closer than a lot of us expected there, ladies and gentlemen. But Survivor Series is always different. It does seem like we do at least have one match confirmed with the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. But the question is, who from the new Bloodline will be involved? There's a lot of different people for sure in the Bloodline, or I should say the new Bloodline. But, ooh, nice flapjack there from Devon. But, you know, for the old Bloodline, the OG Bloodline, we know at least 3. We don't know who the other ones are going to be. So it's very interesting to see where that's going to go. We're going to see if we're going to see the tag team champions in that matchup with the Usos. Will we see The Rock retain tonight and be bringing that world title to that Survivor Series matchup? And also, who's going to be the Tribal Chief? We're going to find that out tonight in a Bloodline Rules matchup. Ooh, super kick right on the chin there. Bubba Ray ate all of that. As the referee is at a 3, both men need to realize that and possibly get themselves back inside this match, as we are now at a 4. This crowd here in Berlin has been fantastic for us, and we'd like to thank Berlin, Germany for being tremendous hosts to us. And we'll see if we'll get you guys another pay-per-view within the near future. But it has been a great night, and we want to continue to continue that partnership. It's a big tag here. Now we're going to see a tag team. Here we go. It's time for the 3D. 3D in the middle of the ring. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough to retain? It is. The Dudley Boys have defeated the Usos, and the Dudley Boys are still the tag team champions. And they're running over the tag team division still. And a lot of times at Survivor Series, we would do tag team versus tag team, and that is very well a possibility. And we'll see if we possibly get that. But what a tag team matchup. Jay was a little bit distracted there by the rollout of, I believe it was Bubba Ray. Didn't get in the ring and break it up. And ultimately, we saw Bubba Ray and Devon after the 3D walking out victorious. We saw the Usos connect with a lot of super kicks in this matchup. We saw some Uso splashes. Bubba Ray broke it up at that time. But a lot of great action tonight here in Bash in Berlin. What a tag team match. As there is what I was talking about, that Uso splash, where eventually Bubba Ray would break it up. You'll see maybe briefly in that second. You didn't, but back and forth we went. Super Kick City. We saw Samoan drop here coming your way. So highlights of this great matchup here. Devon would connect with the neck breaker there. Would not be enough. Ultimately, you didn't get to see the 3D. But the Dudley Boys are still the World Tag Team Champions, putting on a clinic. And we'll see on Monday Night Raw what is going to be the future for the Dudley Boys in terms of what's next for them on the road to Survivor Series. Will it be Raw versus SmackDown? What is it going to look like? We'll find out on Raw, though. Congratulations to the Dudleys once again. You ever notice, Randy, how history loves to forget men like you. Sure, you held titles, left bodies broken, played the snake in the grass better than anyone else, but when the dust settles, all of them end up here, left to rot in the archives, old trophies, faded memories. And you're next. I don't know if you can see it good enough, Randy, but right here, I'm in the old barbershop, right where the whole Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, the tag team breakup, happened. Now, this glass behind me, it's put together, but we all know what Shawn did by putting Marty Jannetty right through this glass. I've watched your whole entire career, Randy. The apex predator, the viper, the legend killer. You built a legacy out of betrayal, out of taking what you wanted, when you wanted. But what happens when the shadows you hid in start to close in on you? Because I don't fear you, Randy. I don't fear what you've done. I'm what comes after men like you. A reckoning, a reminder. And soon you'll be nothing more than another cracked frame, another name on a plaque, collecting dust in a room just like this WWE archives. Because Randy, when I come for you, there'll be no escape, no RKO, no legend left to kill. You'll fall and pray. Well, that is certainly a lot of words there. And wait a minute, Randy Orton out of nowhere, busting, and I think that was an LED light of something of sorts. But Randy Orton, he is here. He was at the archives, apparently. I mean, Karrion Kross did technically tell him where he's at. We are here in Berlin. There is a part of the archives here backstage here. And Randy Orton with a surprise appearance here live in Bash in Berlin, here in the archives. So you can see all sorts of goodies inside the boxes here. But Randy Orton bringing the fight, taking it to Karrion Kross here. And now Kross being tossed right across that barbershop little window, barricade, whatever you'd like to really call it. But nonetheless, this ain't going to end well for somebody as he hits a brutal powerbomb, breaking the glass. Certainly not the best feeling in the world for Karrion Kross as he gets thrown again right up against that broken glass. The barbershop no longer the barbershop, and Randy Orton taken out of weeks of frustration. Randy Orton being put on the shelf, and Randy Orton bringing the fight to Karrion Kross. And do you blame Randy for the way he's acting right now? Karrion Kross wants to make this personal, wants to do everything in his way of taking away what we're seeing for Randy Orton. It's all being taken away because Kross wanted no more of this, as they are just destroying the archives here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, this ain't good. This ain't good for Kross. Kross is just eating every single thing here. Backstage here, and now Randy looking for an RKO, it seems. RKO on the bloody concrete. But it seems like Randy's not done. Are you kidding me? Karrion Kross being absolutely decimated backstage here on all this stuff back here, and now we get ourselves some good old-fashioned steel steps being involved. Kind of a weird way to put some steel steps, if I'm honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. But certainly Karrion Kross, Randy Orton sure as hell doesn't care as well. It's pretty creepy, all the stuff that they bring to these damn archives. Everything is just being broken in half, and now another steel chair being put to use by Randy Orton. Look at the brutality. The Viper, he is hearing voices tonight here on part of the Monday Night Raw roster, but here in Bash in Berlin, everything's going freaky here on Monday Night Raw, and Kross getting busted wide open due to that guitar shot right to the face. It seems like Randy is still not done yet. Probably shouldn't have told him that you were in the archives, Cross, because Cross is being sent a message. We saw what Cross did to Randy Orton weeks ago, right there, putting him through glass, doing everything in his ability to send a message to Randy Orton, and the message was certainly sent. It's a big clothesline decimating Karrion Kross, and again, this is just absolutely brutal. This is just continuing to be absolutely brutal. And do you expect nothing less from Randy Orton? He is trying to destroy him as he tosses him right off this ring apron. It's not like there's ropes there anymore, ladies and gentlemen. This is something to behold. And oh, this ain't good. Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is in a bad way. Power bomb right through the damn table. But again, Randy's not done. He is unleashing havoc back here. And we're supposed to have plenty more to come, ladies and gentlemen. We're supposed to have Nia Jax and Naomi next. But this is a whole different ball game back here, ladies and gentlemen. We are witnessing hell becoming of Karrion Kross. Kross not expecting Randy Orton here tonight, but right now he's being tortured. He's being decimated. And you can definitely tell we are in the archives, as you can tell the Buried Alive matches, Undertaker and Kane, and also Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, and another brutal strike. And what the heck? Even the graveyard plaque. Oh my goodness, he broke it right over the damn head of Karrion Kross. Oh, and what the heck? And even coming through the bloody air as well. Not something I was expecting either, but damn, this is absolute craziness for sure, ladies and gentlemen. The longest fight we've ever seen in a long time. This is pretty one-sided, to be honest with you. It's a big power bomb there, right there, from Randy Orton, right near that casket of sorts. But now Randy, he's doing everything in his power to send an absolute message. This is horrendous. And this is only going to continue. This Kross just being decimated from side to side. Pretty one-sided though, ladies and gentlemen. And I understand Randy being pissed off, but we're going maybe a little too far with this. But hey, you know, this is what Karrion Kross wanted. He wanted some of Randy Orton, and he sure as hell is getting that tonight. You know, not the trash can. Oh goodness, the trash can spinning all over the place. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to get ready for the United States Championship bout, as Kross has been decimated here. And Randy, oh well, Randy going to that place one more time. And it seems like Randy Orton may be setting up for an RKO out of nowhere. Down goes Karrion Kross. And for the foreseeable future, you would think Kross has been decimated. Kross picked the wrong man to go after, and that is the Viper, Randy Orton, right on the broken tables and metal things. But holy crap, what a way for this segment to end.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's United States Championship.
Well, what a beatdown I was not expecting to see. Hearing from Karrion Kross leads to Randy Orton showing up, probably one-on-one of trash talking and promos. You probably shouldn't tell him where you're at, but Randy Orton probably could see where he was at. Nonetheless, Randy Orton beating up Karrion Kross. Really looking forward to seeing where that is going to turn up to. As now Naomi feeling that glow tonight as your United States champion. She'll be defending it against Nia Jax. And this is literally probably her biggest match of her title defense here. Naomi being the first ever Women's United States Champion, she'll look to retain over Nia Jax. Nia's going to be a tough opponent, I would say. And certainly it's not going to be easy. Never was anything easy for Naomi, but tonight, with facing off with Nia Jax, who was a part of that former Damage Control group, very interesting to really see how this is going to turn out between Naomi and Nia Jax. Nia Jax wants to hold some championship gold and would love to defeat Naomi for the United States Championship. And if you guys have been in the series for a very long time, I believe it was 2017, 2018, where Naomi was the SmackDown Women's Champion, and she would take on Nia Jax, and Naomi would win via a countout, ultimately leading to a rematch with Naomi still becoming your SmackDown Women's Champion. But certainly when it comes to these big time matches, the big changes definitely from obviously back then to what they are now. Both these women have grown, but Nia Jax wants to hold some championship gold. Will tonight be the night for Nia Jax? The irresistible force versus the glow. Will Naomi feel the glow, or will the irresistible force, the woman that is like no other woman in WWE, be able to walk out with her first singles championship? I mean, Nia Jax has everything in the terms of power, strength, everything like that. She can even handle people on the microphone. So we'll see how she fares with Naomi one-on-one here. It is a massive matchup for the Women's United States Championship. There's only been one holder of that Women's United States Championship, and that is Naomi. Will we get a new one tonight?
Introducing the challenger from San Diego, California, Nia Jax. And her opponent from Orlando, Florida, the WWE Women's United States Champion, Naomi.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, that Women's United States Champion. We've already seen one new United States Champion. Will there be two? Charles Robinson officially making this matchup official. I don't know if Naomi wants to get in a striking battle with Nia Jax, but that certainly is one way to maybe upset Nia Jax. Pinfall early on. Will this be enough to put her away? Strong kick out at one. And certainly we saw the brawl on Monday Night Raw between these two. We had security and referees trying to stop them. This is going to be one hell of a matchup, all for that Women's United States Championship. It has gotten personal, it has gotten physical, brutal, and obviously Naomi costing Nia Jax that match against Bayley in that one-on-one contest. Nia Jax did not take that too well, and when Naomi would take on Bayley, Nia Jax would get involved once again, but Naomi would still be able to survive Bayley in that one-on-one contest. Look at Nia Jax just taking the hair. Uh-oh, a little bit of a crossface here. Usually don't see that too much from Nia Jax in the terms of submission holds there, but hey, Nia Jax is not afraid to pull out some moves that a lot of people don't expect. Nia was talking a little bit of trash there before hitting her with the Irish whip into the side slam, taking it to the United States champion. And after this big time matchup as well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the two massive main events with the Bloodline rules matchup between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Who will be the tribal chief walking out of that matchup? We will find out. As well as your main event, the final boss defends his world title against Seth frickin' Rollins in the main event of the evening. Nia Jax with a military press deadlift slam, making it look oh so easy as Nia Jax. Look at that maneuver. Up she went, and down she went. And right now, Naomi is getting hit with an irresistible force right now that she just cannot comprehend. As now Naomi getting in a striking battle once again here. We'll see if this will affect how this matchup goes. Clubbing blow from Nia and Naomi. Back and forth we go. Nia missing that one. And now Nia Jax is like, screw it. I'm not getting into a striking battle here. Showing that agility. But Naomi with a jawbreaker stuns Nia Jax. And now here comes Naomi bringing the fight to Nia. But now Nia, oh goodness. Little belly bump takedown there. Ooh, big kicks at the midsection, and now Nia Jax gonna stomp out the champion. And if Naomi cannot change something quickly, ladies and gentlemen, we very well could see a new Women's United States champion in Nia Jax. And I'm not counting out Naomi. I'm just saying, based off what we're seeing right now, Naomi is currently struggling to figure out. Nia Jax is, oh goodness, right off that steel post there. Referee is at a 2 count, almost a 3. Now Charles Robinson is at a 3. He's got to be very careful to avoid a count out here. Back in the ring we go. Tosses Naomi back in, and then back in the ring Nia Jax goes. And I think for Nia, you can't play with your opponent like she is right now necessarily. As I think Naomi busted open the top. Yep, the top of her, right over by her eye socket, it looks like is busted open. As now Nia with a power bomb. But like I was trying to say, I think for Nia Jax, you can't play with your opponent here. You got to bring the fight to her and become the United States champion. Because, like I said, this is a dominant performance we're seeing so far in Nia Jax. But if she starts to get out of control with certain things, that very well could change up the trajectory. But right now, Nia has been one step ahead of Nia Jax, if not, or Nia Jax has been 2 steps ahead of Naomi in this United States Championship match. Naomi just cannot get anything going for some reason. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? 2. Ooh, strong kick out. Naomi's a fighter. She's going to fight until the very end. It's another military press deadlift over the head. And down goes Naomi once again. This is a brutal Women's United States Championship match. Nia Jax, she is toying with Naomi. Naomi has not been a threat in this matchup. And this could very well be moments away from becoming the new United States champion. As both women trying to figure each other out. Now we got ourselves a good old-fashioned bear hug. Will Naomi have to tap out? A lot of damage has been done. She very well could tap. Naomi, though. Big elbows to the back of the neck. And, oh, big clubbing blow to both sides of the head there. And now Nia gets hit with the drop kick. Here comes Naomi. Naomi desperately needs this right now. Off the ropes into a flying crossbody. And just like that, what does Naomi need? Or has needed this whole matchup? 2! Oh my goodness. Could you imagine Nia Jax dominating this whole match and then losing via the crossbody? That would have been a shame for sure. As now this is vintage Naomi into the kick to the temple. This could be it. And now Naomi telling Nia Jax to get up to her feet here. Naomi lining her up. Here we go. Flying crossbody takes down Nia. Here comes your United States champion. Bringing the fight here in Berlin finally. After minute after minute after minute of being decimated, Naomi finally realizing what she needed to do. Nia Jax giving Naomi some life here. And now Naomi up top, high risk, into a flying elbow right across the chest area. Now Naomi gonna look to continue this momentum she has. Right now Nia Jax is, she's gone through hell this matchup. It seemed to put down Naomi, and it has not been enough, as Naomi Irish whipping Nia Jax into the corner. Let's see what Naomi wants to set up here. Into the corner, flying forearm strike. Naomi feeling herself. Crowd starting to slowly but surely get in the corner of Naomi here. And now, big time leg drop right across the back of the neck. And Naomi, like we said, this is what you see in the United States champion. She was getting decimated, didn't count herself out. She's still in this matchup. Springboard cross body again. Naomi looking terrific these last couple moments here. Will it be enough to save her United States Championship, though? Off the ropes we go, showing some agility. Into a rear view with that instant stop out of nowhere. Shoulders are down. 1, 2. No, and Nia Jax with a tremendous kick out there. As now Nia rolling outside of the ring. And Nia Jax, that's a veteran maneuver, rolling outside the ring. You know you're in trouble. The match is not going your way, and you just need to take some time. But unfortunately for Nia Jax, the champion came right after. Not really too much time to recuperate. Referee just at a 3 count now. Back inside the ring we go. Naomi knows that obviously she could take a count out if she really wanted to, but right now she wants to put down Nia Jax once and for all. There's a little bit of a walking the tightrope there. Oh, look at Naomi playing some games there with Nia Jax as she hits her with a tailbone maneuver. And now, oh, pinfall opportunity. Shoulders are down, looking to steal victory here. 1, 2. No, Nia Jax kicks out at the very last second. As Naomi all fired up, trying to get this Berlin crowd again behind her. Needs all that energy and power. And now Naomi with another springboard crossbody, but went to the well one too many times. Now Nia Jax. Will Nia Jax be able to put down Naomi now? That's what happens when you go to the well one too many times, ladies and gentlemen. And oh no. Naomi's in trouble here. Nia Jax. Down goes Naomi. The Annihilator. 2, 3. Nia Jax is your new United States champion. It was a back and forth matchup. Not to start off though. Nia Jax dominated most of this matchup to begin with. Then Naomi brought the fight to her. It was one-sided Nia Jax, and then it became one-sided Naomi. And then Naomi just couldn't put away Nia, leaving her in the matchup. And eventually, Nia Jax hitting that big plunge right onto the chest of Naomi, taking all the oxygen right out of her. And Nia Jax is your new United States champion. It was LA Knight earlier. Now it is Nia Jax, ladies and gentlemen. And Naomi with the big jumping forearm strike early on into this rear view here. But that wasn't enough. Nia Jax continued to fight. Nia Jax was still able to survive this tailbone maneuver into the pinfall. Very close. So you can see the pinfall. We'll look at it one more time. 2, 2.5. Nia Jax continuing to fight, but right here, this was the downfall of Naomi. Big headbutt, leading to the finishing maneuver where she lands on the chest of her opponent. Bam! Right there into the 1, 2, 3. Nia Jax is your new United States champion. Naomi, thank you so much for what you've done as the United States champion, but now Nia, this is a whole different era with that United States champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your double main event. It is the Bloodline rules matchup for the Ula Fala. In this Bloodline rules matchup, anything goes, no disqualifications. Anything can happen as long as the result is in the middle of the ring, and it's very close to what you guys would see in a no-holds-barred matchup. But in part of the Bloodline rules matchup, it means anyone from the Bloodline, OG Bloodline, or the old Bloodline can come out here and help out both sides, or either side I should say, as there is your tribal chief, former WWE champion, former World Heavyweight champion, former United States champion, former tag team champion. Roman Reigns has done so much, and I can't even forget about being a former king of the ring as well as former Mr. Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns has done so much, a part of the series, part of the first ever underground matchup here on Monday Night Raw. We saw it there briefly throughout the series here, earlier on, but first underground matchup live on Monday Night Raw side of things, with Solo Sikoa defeating Roman Reigns in that underground matchup, leading to this matchup right here at Bash in Berlin. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa for that Ula Fala right around the neck of Roman Reigns. He is your tribal chief, ladies and gentlemen, as of right now. But if Solo Sikoa defeats Roman Reigns, we will have to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as our tribal chief. And I don't think that's a lot of what people want to do here, but Roman Reigns, we may have to, he's going to need everybody he can get tonight as part of this Bloodline Rules matchup. Or maybe Roman Reigns gets no one to come out here and help him. You never know, but the tribal chief is here. He has done so much for this business, and he wants you to acknowledge him here in Berlin, Germany. As you can see, Roman Reigns just taking it all in. The first ever Berlin, Germany pay-per-view live. The first ever Bash in Berlin pay-per-view. It's going to be a hard-hitting matchup. Cannot wait to see what goes down in this Bloodline Rules match. And now here comes Solo Sikoa. Will it be Solo Sikoa's time here in WWE, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be his time? Look at the intensity of Solo Sikoa, former United States champion here in the series. Definitely losing to John Cena for that United States championship. But for Solo, I mean, hey, what better way to make a name for yourself over the last couple of years? Topping it off, or being one of the top things to do, is knocking off your own blood, Roman Reigns, becoming the tribal chief, and then everyone would have to acknowledge you. How crazy would that be? Solo has not looked away from Roman Reigns whatsoever, at least before walking over there. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. Solo has already defeated Roman Reigns the Raw after the WWE draft, the Raw after SummerSlam. And we'll see what it's going to look like, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, live. Anything happens, it's a no disqualification. Any Bloodline members can get involved from either side if they were wanting them to get involved. They don't have to necessarily bring them out if they don't want to, but any Bloodline member can come out tonight. So obviously OG Bloodline, Jay, Jimmy. On the other side of things, The Rock. We could see Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu. Maybe Kurt Angle comes out here. He is the honorary Uce of that group. So here we go. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa. Solo going to start off early. Take down that left arm with a little bit of a leg drop to it. And for Roman Reigns, we'll see if he's 100% after that big-time matchup that he had recently there on Monday Night Raw weeks ago. But obviously on Monday Night Raw recently, we saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on the team of, Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa taking on the team of Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa walked out victorious. So we'll see if they're able to continue that momentum. Kevin Owens won earlier tonight in that No Holds Barred matchup. We'll see how it fares tonight with Solo Sikoa. Obviously Roman Reigns fighting for a lot. Wants to keep that tribal chief moniker. He wants to lead the family. Solo Sikoa wants to take in a different direction. He wants to be acknowledged as the tribal chief. He was the enforcer of the OG bloodline. So, oh, goodness. Taking down that head and neck area there. And now Roman with these big old haymakers there, taking it to Solo Sikoa. Obviously, like we've mentioned, Roman Reigns wants to get revenge. Kind of a downward spiral, dealing with this new bloodline, more a vicious bloodline than ever before. As nice, look at the whirl, tilt-a-whirl, body slam takes down Solo. Roman Reigns now gonna look to go to work here on Solo Sikoa here. And now Solo with a, oh, gets hit with a back suplex. What a maneuver there from Roman Reigns. Like we said, this is a Bloodline rules matchup. Anything goes. These guys can decimate each other from head to toe. And that's what we're about to see. Solo Sikoa might be being put through a announce table. Now Roman, oh, he's going to toss him over the barricade. He had some second thoughts. There's a big boot right across the face of Solo Sikoa. That is not going to be feeling too good. If Roman really wants to, he can take it to the crowd right behind my camera view here if he really wanted to, but Roman going to take it back inside the ring, going to look to finish Solo Sikoa. Roman, high risk. This is about 3/4 away. I don't know if Roman can hit this, and better against it, but Solo able to connect, and Solo Sikoa's all fired up here. Now we got a good old-fashioned water bottle right to the face here possibly. Oh goodness, right to the open-end bottle. I don't think I've ever seen a water bottle used as a weapon, but hey, you know, it's one way or another being used here as Solo tosses Roman Reigns back inside the ring, and we'll see what's next for both these men. This is Haymaker City for Roman Reigns. Both men face-to-face clubbing blows. Now Roman gonna look for some snake eyes possibly. Yep, down goes Solo. Now look at Roman. He's talking some trash. This is Roman Reigns of old right here, just choking the life out of Solo. And Roman's like, oh crap, that's not what I'm gonna be doing here. There's a pinfall opportunity. Shoulders are down. 2 strong kick out from Solo. Like we said, this is a Bloodline rules matchup. They can use their other parts of their faction to get involved in this matchup as Roman Reigns misses that flying cross body, or that frog splash I should say. Didn't work out in his favor. Now Roman tosses him into the corner. Let's see what Roman building up here. So building up some steam with a clothesline and a combination of an elbow, and tosses him back down to the mat. Roman just slowing down the matchup, doesn't need to rush anything here. You see Roman, he's not calling out for any assistance right now. He's handling Solo Sikoa just fine. There's a little bit of a lion tamer here. Will Solo have to tap out here? So, and Roman letting go of it, realizing he's going to have to do some more damage, and uh-oh, it is time for some more damage as big old powerbomb takes it to Solo Sikoa. And now it's time to acknowledge your tribal chief as Roman Reigns going to look to put away Solo Sikoa with a spear to the outside here. Uh-oh. Let's see what Roman wants to build. Ooh, good old kendo stick now. Kendo stick city here. And uh-oh, oh no. Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, is here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not good. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. 2-on-1 situation here at ringside. This is definitely not good. This could go in the favor of this new bloodline, this sadistic bloodline. Now Fatu tossing him back inside the ring here. So we're trying to go high risk. Didn't work out in his favor, but Jacob Fatu has him. This is not where you want it, and this is where Roman, if he's smart enough to acknowledge the rest of his team here, get the rest of the guys down here, get Jay, get Jimmy or someone. And now Solo gonna toss him to the apron. Both men kind of doesn't seem like they're really talking about what their agenda is. And oh, Sami Zayn! Sami Zayn, this is unexpected. Sami Zayn! And now, Sami Zayn coming out here. Fatu trying to save him, or stop him, I should say. And now Sami Zayn getting involved here. Obviously, we saw him on Monday Night Raw. Is he part of the Bloodline? We don't know what's the next going on with that. And now Jacob Fatu folding him like an accordion. And now it's all hell breaking loose. Roman Reigns misses that suicide dive over the top rope. Fatu taking it to Sami Zayn here. We got Roman and Solo going at it here. All hell is breaking loose here. Boots missing. Now Solo Sikoa. Super kick missing as well. Back and forth. And now a Uranagi right there in the barricade as well. And now Roman Reigns, pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? Referee in position. Oh, it looks like she hurt her knee randomly. But all hell is breaking loose. A part of this Bloodline Rules matchup. Sammy's trying to take it to Solo. Jacob Fatu watches on as Solo's getting hit right now. Trying to do everything in his favor, but now Jacob Fatu now looking to unleash some hell. And now another kendo stick being involved. Sami Zayn gonna get power bombed to the outside. What a brutal maneuver. And I believe he did it right on the kendo stick too. Of all weapons. And now Roman Reigns tossing Solo Sikoa over to the ring siders area here. Roman Reigns all fired up here. As, oh no, The Rock! The Rock is here. This ain't good. This ain't good. The Rock, the final boss, he is here. The final boss. The final boss. You know this ain't gonna end well with the final boss being here. And Sammy's gonna have to deal with not only Jacob Fatu, he's gonna have to deal with the final boss. Because coming up after this match, if you have the World Heavyweight Championship matchup, we're going to be seeing The Rock taking on Seth freaking Rollins. And Solo just watches, or is having Roman Reigns watch Sami Zayn getting decimated. Sami Zayn has some real balls coming out here. He lost earlier on tonight in that no holds barred matchup. But he's coming out here, putting his body on the line, witnessing Roman Reigns getting beaten down. He's trying to help Roman Reigns, it seems. And it's coming back to be backfiring right now. Sami Zayn's getting beat up by The Rock and Jacob Fatu currently. Roman Reigns taking some time to get a breather, but it seems like Jacob Fatu may have something else to say about it. And now here comes Fatu stretching out that arm. And now here comes Solo Sikoa in the corner. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Jey Uso. They lost earlier on tonight in that tag team match, but main event Jey Uso is here. All hell is breaking loose, ladies and gentlemen. Not expecting to see the final boss out here. As now Solo going to go for the pinfall. Is this good enough to put away Roman tonight? No. You got Fatu versus Jey Uso. You got The Rock versus Sami Zayn. Solo and Roman Reigns going at it. It's a big time elbow right across the chest. And now Solo looking to finalize this match. And in this matchup, Solo with the Samoan spike. No, Roman with a key reversal in this matchup. You never know what may have happened if Solo Sikoa hit that maneuver. Samoan drop there from Fatu to Jey Uso. And Roman Reigns trying to win the matchup, but it was not enough. And now Roman Reigns and The Rock now at ringside. Roman getting tossed back inside the ring. The Rock would love to send a message even more to Roman Reigns. And no big headbutt there from Solo. Sami Zayn going to toss The Rock outside here. It's a flying heel kick there to Roman Reigns. And what are we witnessing? What a bloodline matchup, ladies and gentlemen. All hell is breaking loose. It's a big headbutt there to Roman Reigns. We got Sami Zayn and The Rock going at it in the middle of the ring. And now The Rock getting taken out. And I think for The Rock, the more you're out here, the more it's going to affect the world title matchup that we're supposed to be seeing here right after. Now Roman Reigns with a big time back slam, taking him out. Jey Uso and Jacob Fatu continuing going at it on the left side of your screen here. And now Roman with a big-time powerbomb. Rock and Sami Zayn going at it. Obviously, Sami Zayn not too happy that Kevin Owens sold his soul to The Rock. Part of major things happening here. As Zayn bouncing The Rock's head right off that top of the announce table. As Roman going for the elbow, but Solo Sikoa's body got moved out of the way when Jay tossed Jacob Fatu into the ring. Here we go, pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough to put away Solo? No, just a 1 count. Very close to a 2. And now Sami getting some much needed revenge on The Rock, connecting with some sledgehammer. And oh, it's Jimmy! It's Jimmy Uso! The other half of the Usos. Pinfall opportunity. Can Jimmy break this up and save the matchup? Yes, he does. Holy mackerel. What are we witnessing here? What a match. Jimmy Uso coming in at the very right time, saving this matchup. And now Jimmy, he's got some steel steps. And now Jay and The Rock going at it. Jay hasn't forgotten about what happened back in the day. It's Jey Uso now setting up The Rock for a super kick right to the temple. And you got Jacob Fatu eating Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso in the top left-hand corner. You got Roman Reigns and Solo still going at it as Jay tossed over the top rope. And everyone's favorite wrestler, Tonga Loa, making his way down the ring. Certainly being useful in this Bloodline rules matchup. We got all sorts of blood going out here. Roman Reigns not realizing Tonga Loa behind him. Jimmy Uso unfortunately look like they're accidentally hit Sami Zayn there, but all hell's breaking loose. Tonga Loa and Roman. You got Jay and Solo. You got Jimmy and The Rock. And now Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn. This has been one brutal Ula Fala matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Bloodline Rules matchup. The winner of this matchup between Roman and Solo is your tribal chief. And it honestly feels like we're getting a little taste of Survivor Series. And does that mean Sami Zayn is the official, quote, maybe 4th superstar now? Maybe if he helps Roman win, maybe that's a possibility. Off the ropes, we go spear! Spear out of nowhere. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is still your tribal chief. What a matchup. What can we say about that, ladies and gentlemen? We saw, it started off with Roman and Solo, and then it went crazy. It went absolute craziness. Bloodline brought out their members. The OG brought out theirs. The first one was Sami Zayn. No, I wasn't expecting Sami Zayn because he wasn't a part of the Bloodline back in the day here in Universe mode. As Rock powerbombed Sami Zayn to the outside. You see Roman and Solo continuing to go at it. It was not enough to put away Roman Reigns. Very close though. Solo Sikoa can go high risk here. Connecting with a big time elbow right across the chest. Rock tossing Jey Uso right over the top rope. And we just see a multiple different situations. This would Jimmy getting tossed out. Sami would deal with Jacob Fatu. And right here the ending. Bam! Spear out of nowhere. Tonga Loa, The Rock dealing with the other members outside there. But it was enough with the spear to win this match. What a win. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns walks out victorious, and there you see it, the Ula Fala put around the neck area of Roman Reigns. And this is the picture. I think this solidifies who of the 4 of the OG Bloodline it will be at Survivor Series against the new Bloodline. What a moment. And now we get your main event. The Rock is already out here. Obviously, with being a part of that Bloodline Rules matchup, Rollins now going to make his way down to the very ring, and he will look to become the World Heavyweight Champion. The question is for Seth Rollins, can he put down The Rock? The Rock just Rock didn't have to come out here and try and help out Solo Sikoa, but he did. Came out here and it seemed like, you know, very well could have happened, but ultimately Roman Reigns is still your tribal chief, ladies and gentlemen, and I think you got your answer. So, and I'm being told right now in my ear, William Regal is already making it official in my ear. Right now, it will be Roman Reigns, Jay and Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn of the quote-unquote OG Bloodline be taking on The Rock, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tonga Loa at Survivor Series. Talking about one hell of a Survivor Series War Games match. You just got it. The first matchup that has been confirmed for Survivor Series, the Bloodline versus the New Bloodline. Terrific matches on display. I cannot wait to see it, but will The Rock still be the World Heavyweight Champion coming out of this World Heavyweight Championship match?
Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE People's Champion, The Rock!
Everyone is booing this man here live tonight as he is the World Heavyweight Champion. He is the final boss, but will he still be the World Heavyweight Champion heading out of this event? We're about to find out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the matchup has officially started, and before you guys do say anything, the thing on the left side of your screen I've tried to fix. It does say something about a self-promo challenge. The Rock wins this matchup, but that does not guarantee The Rock wins this matchup. I've tried multiple things to take it off the screen, but that does not mean that Rock is planning on winning or will win this matchup. It is not already given away what happens in this matchup. So try to ignore it. I've tried to get it off your screen. I'm sorry in advance, but there's nothing I can do about it. But we will get back to this matchup here between Seth Rollins and The Rock. Rollins going to look to take down The Rock best that he can here. And certainly the Rock not going to be 100%. He's just dealing with, obviously, what he did as a springboard senton there, or almost a swanton of sorts, from Seth frickin' Rollins. Ooh, but a strong kick out at one from The Rock. Stomp there from The Rock. Back and forth to go. Both men missing both strikes wildly. And we'll see who can get the upper hand here as a good old-fashioned suplex there from your World Heavyweight Champion. Who's going to be able to walk out with the World Heavyweight Championship tonight? Saw Roman Reigns still being your tribal chief, and one hell of a Bloodline Rules matchup. Very well could have been your main event, and a lot of people probably would say it should have been your main event, but it was not, and you're getting your good old-fashioned Seth Rollins and The Rock main event, who will lead into Survivor Series with the World Heavyweight Championship. Is now The Rock gonna slowly but surely attack that knee. Obviously, Rollins has had knee issues, he's had back issues, and certainly when you're a WWE superstar, you're going to have all sorts of body aches and pains and stuff that will definitely require surgery over the time. As now, here we go, Seth Rollins telling The Rock to get up to his feet here. Now a springboard jumping knee strike, a glancing blow, but it barely even touched The Rock, and now Rollins will have to connect, and he did on that time. Now Rollins off the ropes, or at least trying to run off the referee. I don't know what he's trying to do, but nonetheless, Rollins still has the upper hand. And like I said, we do apologize for the lovely image on the left-hand screen. It does not mean that The Rock wins this matchup whatsoever. It does not give away of what happens in this matchup. It is what it is when you're dealing with 2K25. As now Rollins looks to continue to bring the fight to The Rock. Can he become the World Heavyweight Champion once again here? Back and forth between himself and The Rock. Chop for chop, punch for punch. Rollins is not backing down. We saw these guys go at it in a parking lot brawl recently on Monday Night Raw. Rollins not backing down. He does not care if he's the final boss or not. As now a big time frog splash right there to the ribs of The Rock. Shoulders are down. New World Heavyweight Champion possibly. No, The Rock kicks out. Very close though. And now Rollins off the ropes, going to look for that jumping knee right to the side of the face there of The Rock. That ain't going to be feeling good. And now slowly but surely going to work the midsection there. Rollins going super crazy here. That is vintage Rollins. But you can't allow The Rock to recuperate long enough. He certainly did, but The Rock still wasn't himself. And now the referee starts the count here. Rollins finally going to go out there to maybe finally do something about it, but now The Rock tosses Rollins back inside the ring. Something has got to give in this main event. Who is heading to Survivor Series, as the World Heavyweight Champion? Now Rock bouncing Rollins' head right off that top turnbuckle. Rock looking to get more aggressive here. Uh-oh. Tornado DDT facebuster right there in the middle of the ring. The Rock thinks that's going to be enough, but no, a strong kick out at one. You got to be very careful for the referee here. If he doesn't favor The Rock in certain situations, he might get fired here. Rollins trying to stir up to his feet here. Big punches to the ribs and the kidneys there. Rollins now gonna look for a good old-fashioned pedigree. Middle of that ring. And now Rollins signaling the end is near here. Rollins kick to the midsection. Gonna look for a stomp. Curb stomping The Rock in the middle of that ring. Shoulders are down. Referee rods the powder right there. 2. No, The Rock kicks out. And no, wait, Rollins ain't done. Rollins ain't done. Another stomp. This time The Rock is busted open again. Shoulders are down again. Can The Rock kick out? 1, 2, 3. Not this time. And now we officially have a new World Heavyweight Champion. The Rock got involved in the previous matchup. He was not 100%. He was having to deal with Sami Zayn, Jay, and Jimmy Uso. And certainly you saw what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth we went. Camera angle ain't showing you justice of what happened whatsoever. Rollins, though, after a pedigree, would hit a stomp here. You're going to get a little gist of it. It's a big stomp there to The Rock, leading to a pinfall. That was just a 2 count, but Rollins wasn't done. You're going to see it out of frame. But a good old-fashioned curb stomp, leading through a 3 count. And now Rollins is a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, and he will be heading to Survivor Series as the World Heavyweight Champion. It did not go the way the Bloodline wanted it to tonight, but that's a damn shame is what they say. Big win for Seth frickin' Rollins. Congratulations to the visionary, to the revolutionary, and can't wait to see what he has to say on Monday Night Rollins.